Hey, how's it going? So today we're gonna be watching a very cool video, and this guy, straight off the bat, just tells you that it's, of course, it's rigged. Hello, right? So it's gonna be a bit of a rant and a bit of an educational video. So when I normally watch videos, I go with 1/2 speed, so it's faster. Now this video is gonna be up to probably 4 minutes, I think, something like that, because past that point he gives useless advice of like. His advice, I shit you not. I shit you not. His advice is accept the fact that it's rigged as MF, right? 60% of your games are gonna be complete waste of your time, and just bear with it. Bear with it. Try to do your best. That's his advice number one. I like the way the idea of not quitting the game, like this guy's, and he openly admits that he's been playing the game for 12 years. The guy is like, in his like, over 30 years old now. And the concept of quitting the game doesn't even exist in his head. Like, it's so, like, that's the point where you realize it's like, it's basically dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Where a guy in his early 30s cannot quit the game after 12 years, and he literally understands the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a guy who is, we tell him, hey dude, you're gonna die from smoking, you need to quit smoking, otherwise you're gonna die from cancer in like two years. And he's like, okay, I understand, and he continues to smoke. Okay, you know that it's a big problem, right? But smoking is regulated, so it's a lot, like, honestly, I don't know anyone who smokes at this stage, because it's just so, it's too expensive, there's no benefit to it. Literally, there's no reason to do it, right? But League is gonna be like that later. Anyway, okay, so let's listen to what this guy is saying. He's a League of Legends coach. He coaches League, right? That's not him, but this guy is like rank 1 on EU West. That's the guy. Anyway, let's listen.
Never talk to Riot about their algorithm. I do know that the algorithm does try to make you go 50%. I know that is actually true, and that you're supposed to perform above the level that is possible.
Yeah, and let's get it right. The League of Legends matchmaking is 100% rigged, but your elo is not, and I'm gonna explain why in this video. And I also
Okay, did you hear that? He says like, duh, of course it's rigged.
gonna give you 4 steps to actually gonna like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's purely based on data. Riot can actually measure your skill in the game by analyzing all the data you provide while playing. And then an algorithm processes this data and determines your skill level. For example, in Gold 4, Riot measured all the data for every player on that MMR range, including CS per minute, damage output,
Now, I would argue with him that all of those analytics are kind of not that relevant. Like, you have to understand that the purpose of the game, like, kind of Dota MOBA Union Ru just really opened my eyes with this article. Like, it's less to do with you climbing and doing all this, getting rewards, and more to do with maximizing you, like making you an addict. Like, the whole purpose of the whole system is just to make you into an addict, and that's it, right? That's fundamentally the way it is. And if you just kind of watch how it is, like how the system works, you understand that they do have tools to make it happen, right?
dominance in lane, vision score, map awareness, gold at how you move your camera around. And if the system realizes that you are doing exactly the same average than everybody else, okay, so that's your elo, you should be there in Gold 4. So this is what Scenarios was talking with LS.
Again, I would argue with that the system doesn't give a shit about your elo, it gives a shit how long you play. You know what I'm saying?
This 50% that some people call it elo hell, some people think they're stuck because of the teammate, but your elo is 100% really fair. Because the matchmaking is 100% rigged, like I said in the beginning, but your elo is 100% accurate. Why? Because it's based on data, alright? If you were providing better data, better CS, better damage, less deaths, more vision score, more everything, guess what? You would climb. So if you are stuck for a long period of time, it's because you are showing the same average than everybody else in the same MMR range. Because if you were doing better, Riot would give you a little bit more wins than losses, and you would climb for sure.
Okay, listen to what he said. He said, provide better data, and then Riot maybe is going to give you more wins than losses, but he's going to elaborate. I mean, he goes, in the beginning it's kind of dry, but then like from now to forward it's gonna get really juicy. Like in terms of he literally, well, just let's keep watching.
That's how it works. Here's an example on how the system is very good at figuring out how you play the game, how is your skill. This is a Smurf account I did in the beginning of this year, and as you can see, the MMR increases almost every match. Within 15 matches, this account was playing exclusively with Master players and Diamond 1 players. And as you know, if a Gold player or even a Platinum player create a Smurf and win 10 games in a row, alright, the first 10 matches, he won't start be playing with Diamond 2, Diamond 1, Diamond 3 players, he won't. And there's more, if a Challenger player buys a Smurf and lose 10 games in a row, the first 10 matches, but trying to win, playing well, he will still be playing against Diamond High players. By the way, I already tested everything that I'm saying, but of course you can go out there and test yourself, alright? It works every single time. And you can also check all these Challenger streamers that are in Korea right now. They are going through cycles of loser skill, winner skill, loser skill, winner skill.
Right? He doesn't even deny that losers and winners queue exists, right? And he says like, oh, yo, skill this, skill that, right?
Alright? They will all end up in Challenger because the system knows that they are Challengers, alright?
Again, he said like system knows they are already in Challenger, right? So the system can predict your skill level, right? And again, I don't know, I would not agree with him that he's saying that, oh, you know, if you provide better statistics to the system, I don't know, then hackers would climb. And the guy who I showed you, he has like insane statistics and he's in silver, like he would definitely climb, right? The system wants you to be engaged, that's the priority, right? Whether you climb or not is secondary. Does that make sense? Like I thought, like, again, I'll refer to this article because I thought to myself that the system is kind of okay with you climbing, it just wants to slow you down. But Dota Mobile Union Ru, I mean, well, when you realistically think about it, it makes sense just to make sure that you are, like, the whole purpose is just to make you play more, and that's it. Everything else is kind of secondary.
Right? But it shows clearly that who is in control is the system and not them.
Right, you see, he just doesn't even deny. He says, it shows who is in control, the system is in control, engagement optimized matchmaking is in control, right? He doesn't even deny it.
Some players have a little bit more control, and others have literally zero control of their games, alright? If they are in the losing side, they're gonna lose 100% of the time.
Maybe Riot actually...
Right? What does he say? He says, yep, that's the way it is. Do you remember I told you that, like, your impact is limited to, like, no more than 10%. Most of the game's already pre-decided. If you're super good at the game, you're gonna win, like, 10% more than the others, right? Most of the time, it's, like, 2%. That's why coaching doesn't really impact that much, right? Because you try to do coaching, your CS is improving, all your statistics improve, but there's like, nothing changes. Do you know what I mean? Unless you play like 400 games. I noticed like, yeah, if you play 400 games, true. Like coaching definitely works. But again, like you have to understand that like it's a humongous waste of time. If you can only impact 10% and 90% of the time, it's a complete waste of your time. Just uninstall the game. It's a waste of your time. Do you know what I'm saying? But people cannot do that because the purpose of the system is to get you hooked. Convert you into a junkie, right? Okay, let's listen.
Actually does have something in its algorithm that is like maybe AI assisted or something.
I
It
think
can
so too.
actually read the tendencies of the last games that a player played, right?
Yes, they do have the system, and they even said already that
Right, this guy agrees. LS agrees. LS coach, he's like a famous League of Legends coach, right?
they can predict with 93% or something like that of accuracy. Here's the OPGG
We're actually gonna watch the video where Riot literally says we can 93% predict. We're gonna watch that video after this one, so I'll show it to you.
of Viper, showing that not even Viper can survive loser skill. Not even Viper can have control of his games. Well, enough of this, I don't want to go deeper in this rabbit hole. Now I'm gonna give you 4 steps that gonna actually help you to climb, even though the system is in control if you win or lose a game. The first step is to fix your mindset. You already know that you're gonna lose probably 50% of your games, on average. This is part of the contract you signed by playing a game with a secret matchmaking. In fact, if you show just a little improvement, let's say you're gonna climb 1 division or 1 rank, it means that the system will give you just a little bit more wins than losses. Let's say 52% win rate or 53% win rate, alright? So it means that you're gonna still lose a lot of games. And sometimes these games can even come in a row. It doesn't mean you're not climbing. You already know that. You already
Again, listen to what he's saying. Like, um, it's okay that you're sitting there for days, wasting your time. It doesn't mean that you're climbing. It's just that the system at some point maybe or maybe not is going to have mercy on you and then give you good teammates, right? Like I've been saying this, like, just uninstall the game, dude. If the system controls, what's the point in playing? What's the point in winning the game that you know is given to you to win? Do you know what I mean? Like you have no control. It's like there's no joy in beating up absolute giga feeders that were 2 days ago were on your team, and now you're just smashing them. Do you know what I mean? That same Yasuo is gonna go like 0-11, whether he's on your team or the enemy team. It's not gonna make a big difference. Do you know what I mean? And these guys are the reason. That's how they control. That's how they control the games. Like I told you, like it's the battle of the shitters, right? Whoever gets the shitters, that's it. Okay, so in here he just kind of continues with this bullshit. The only one is he says review your games, with which I agree. The only problem is you will definitely play better if you review games, for sure. Like you don't really need coaching, you just need to find somebody who is good at your champion and just normally there are guides how to play the champion, and then just watch your games and see how many mistakes are you doing. I did that, it works, but again, like if you just calculate how much time all of this takes and what's the reward, it's a total waste of your time. It's such a waste of time. I don't even want to get into this. Just don't do it, basically. That's it, don't do it. Okay, so next I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna find the other video. One sec. Oh yeah, I forgot. 8:17, I think. It's somewhere here. So
in games
we
per
had
day.
a
We just
we had a challenger Tryndamere, right? And he said 3 a day keeps the shitters away, right? That was his kind of go-to move. He would only play 3 games per day, then he would analyze them, and he got to challenger eventually, like after 7 years of playing or something like that, right? And he concluded that playing 3 games per day is the most optimal for the system, right? And they actually, and this guy also confirms that like 3% is actually correct, right?
learn when we can see what we are doing wrong. If you just play and repeat, you will just keep repeating your mistakes, and soon enough, you will be thinking that you are doing right and blame your teammates. Climbing in League of Legends is way more about knowledge than mechanics. There are a lot of players with enough mechanics to play in Diamond, but they are stuck right now in Silver, Gold, Platinum, just because if you just mindless 10 or 15 games per day, we just climbing, you need to respect this step. You will learn more by reviewing your mistakes and seeing what you could do better than playing mindless 10 or 15 games per day. We just learn when we can see what we are doing wrong. If you just play and repeat, you will just keep repeating your mistakes, and soon enough, you will be thinking that you are doing right and blame your with enough mechanics to play in Diamond, but they are stuck right now in Silver, Gold, Platinum, just because they are playing 10 games per day on autopilot, tilting, blaming their teammates, when in reality they are the problem. Sometimes they stomp a game here and there, and the confirmation bias kick in, and they think they're challengers. They think they can't climb because of their teammates or because of the system. Well, that's it. If you follow through these 4 steps, you're definitely gonna climb.
God damn it! He definitely said it somewhere there. Oh, 7:55. Oh my god. It should be here somewhere, I think.
As you are a robot or something, you can't focus more than 3 or 4 games in a row.
Yeah, you see, 3 or 4 games in a row, right? That's what he said. Now he's saying that you cannot focus for more than that. Well, if you take breaks, you can, but I mean, you don't want to do it for algorithm purposes, probably. And then 10:18, I think. These guys have a discussion, and they just straight off just say like engagement optimized metric is pretty much real.
Lose a few games, but then if you keep playing and your mental's bad after losing a few games,
Yes.
then it has nothing to do with the algorithm.
Yes.
You know,
100 I think there are just many factors, and the algorithm is probably one of many. Mentality is one of many, then confidence is one of many, and the list goes probably on for like many small details.
Right.
And yeah, that's what I see for now. But again, so there's like nothing I can do. I just need to continue playing and suffer through these streaks, basically.
Right.
So you see, like, this guy at the end, he basically says, again, like, I'll tell you, it's a little bit dangerous what he said. He said, it doesn't matter, like, all this algorithm, blah, blah, blah. The fundamental truth is that you just have to play better and try your best every single game. The fundamental truth is you need to uninstall the game, and because it's e-drug and it's abusing your head. That's the fundamental truth. All right. Okay, so the next one is going to be. Oh my god, this is so long. This video is pretty long. I'm gonna link it in the description below so you can watch yourself, but I'll probably go to the bottom
Hello
lines.
everybody. I made a video about the matchmaking in League of Legends.
Where is it? Let me find this, cause this guy here is the designer of the ranked system. He's actually like the designer. And he's like, yeah. And if you cut through the bullshit, he was saying that, oh yeah, the game is designed, and he uses this word fun. But in reality, what he's saying is to get you hooked. So in here, like, they say that they can predict with very, very high accuracy whether one team or the other team is going to win, right? It's one of their core objectives, is to have ability to predict if you're gonna win or lose, right? So, let me see. Where is that stupid slide? I think it's in here somewhere, right? One sec, I'll find it. Yeah, I found it. You see? Now, if you hear his presentation, he keeps saying, oh, you know, we want people to have fun. And hard to say what fun is. We want people to have fun, blah, blah, blah. Now, when he says fun, he wants you to be addicted, right? And that's it. Because that's how they make money. And then this guy on 4 minutes, he says, yeah, 450. 450 in here. He says, hold on a sec.
And guess what? That's fine. That's how they make money. Your team is stronger and the opponents are weaker. However, of matches where your team is stronger and the opponents are weaker. However, it's not just about wins.
Right? So he's straight off the bat saying, like, okay, we need to make sure that we please the system so that the system gives us better team that will beat the opponent. Like, he's just saying that it will put you into the winner's queue, basically, right?
System is designed to keep you engaged. That's how they make money. They want you to play more, not less. And
right? He says, pretty much says engagement optimized matchmaking is built into the system, right?
of course, we need to remember that Riot is a company. It's not a charity, alright? So they want to make some money, and guess what? That's fine.
Now here I would disagree with him because he says, oh, it's a company, therefore it's okay that it makes money. Now there is reason. You have to understand what's the method by which they're making money. You can say, oh, this guy opened a company, he's selling cocaine to kids. It's okay because he's a company owner. No, he's selling cocaine to kids. It doesn't matter whether he owns a company or not. It's not okay, right? So Riot is producing drugs for children and people can't quit the game. I disagree with the statement that it's okay because they can make money because they're not a charity, right, dude? That shit is illegal, in my opinion, right? Alright, so another things is... Yeah, so other people who confirm that engagement optimized matchmaking is real was Yasuki, I think, right? Yeah.
Toxic Q is not real.
Like,
Toxic Q is not real.
It
Riot.
was my bad then?
Losers Q is real though,
that's
and
the
there's
guy,
been lots
yeah,
of people that have like run things that.
Yeah, so I found it. So this is...
That they might...
Like, Yasuki, he's like a Grandmaster Challenger player in an I mean, he literally doesn't deny that it exists, right? So I'll link it in the description below. Another person, Pokimane, I mean, she used to play League of Legends, and she plays Valorant. She calls it the pendulum. She says, well, at some point my pendulum is gonna swing. She's referring to, because when she's losing, she says that, okay, I just need to play more games, and then the pendulum is gonna swing, and that means she's gonna get on the winner's queue, right? LS coach, we already covered. There's another guy, he plays Rengar in NA, I don't remember his name, but he doesn't deny either, he's a challenger player, right? Top EU player, we already saw him, he's not denying at all. And even the Riot matchmaking guy said that, you know, we want you to have fun. That's what they're saying. And fun means you are being addicted, okay? So I linked the videos in the description below, so I'm just saying that, you know, it's there. It's there, right? So as long as you are, and it's not the game, it's the algorithm, right? So you can play one-on-ones, you can play custom games, but as soon as you queue up, as soon as you are exposed to the algorithm, it's game over, right? So you need to stay away from it. Okay, take care, bye-bye.